Okay, so first question of the night. Can you cover getting on the phone? I'm all in my head about calling people, whether it be someone I haven't talked to in a while, someone who's a potential lead, anyone. How the hell do we get out of our own way? So, one, trust me, there's probably a bunch of people that feel this way about getting on the phone. Okay. Um, I feel that way sometimes too. I had it happen today. There's a guy I need to call. He's kind of on my chicken list, I would say if I had one. And I was just, kind of making some excuses about calling this guy. And one of the things you just got to do is just do it. When you feel the fear, you do it anyway. And you have to create a new trigger for yourself. That's the thing. If you find yourself needing to do an activity like call an old friend or get someone on the phone or ask for the phone number, when you feel that fear, that's your new trigger. When you feel that resistance, you have to say, okay, if I feel that resistance, what do I do? Okay, you have to immediately do that thing. So part of it is just making a new habit, getting a new trigger. Okay, and so you take your ILC wristband, okay? And anytime you feel that fear, that you're like, oh, that's not the life that I want to live, because obviously, not calling people hurts you, okay? Not calling people hurts them, okay? I mean, we have to realize that if I don't call this guy, he doesn't know that I could literally have the cure, that everything he's looking for, but I'm depriving him of this awesome thing if I don't call the guy. So, and here's another thing. You've got to start looking at yourself in the mirror and start communicating better with the big you. Okay? So you got to start looking in the mirror and saying, hey, who's controlling my life? The small person or the big person? Okay? And we have to start making decisions based off that. But at the end of the day, you just gotta. I don't like always being on the phone. I have a fear of the phone too. There's some times where I'm just like, oh man, do I need to call this person? Let me tell you from experience. Every time I've called somebody that I was a little afraid to call, it's never gone bad. I can't think of a time where I've been like, holy crap, that went horrible. Has everyone always joined? Of course not. Are there conversations that I wish went a little better? Yeah. But every time I've called someone that I was a little afraid to call, I always walk away with the most awesome feeling of, holy crap, that went way better than I thought it would. And it's like this feeling of like doing something, like riding your bike without training wheels for the first time and not crashing and burning. You're like, holy crap. You're like, this is possible, right? There's things that I can do that can help me here. So again, getting out of, if you're in your head about phone calls, I mean, just understand this too. My third tip around getting on the phone. You getting on the phone is going to make you better at everything. Everything else you do in your career as a network marketer, like you getting on the phone and being good on the phone is going to make you better at everything. It's going to make you a better conversationist as you text people. If you have to present anything, it's going to make you better. It's going to make you better. I mean, think about this. Think about this for a second. If you truly want to be that leader and you want your people to bring you people, you have to be good on the phone or have to, move through. I saw a girl that's the number one recruiter on our team. She was like, hey, get your people to me. Get your people to me, because if you get your people to me, I'll likely close them. And I'm thinking like, okay, like that's the kind of person you want to be. You want your people to have confidence enough in you that they can say, hey, I introduced this to somebody, they watched the information, you close the deal, okay? you close the deal. I mean, so getting on the phone, I'm good on the phone, not for my prospects or my leads. I'm good on the phone so I can close their prospects and my team's prospects and my team's leads. Does that make sense? I mean, my commitment to getting good on the phone really necessarily wasn't for me. When I stopped thinking it was all about me, and I started thinking, okay, in order to really build this thing down the road, there's got to be, me connecting with people that aren't my people. And, for me, it's like, okay, I got to get good on the phone, not for my people, but for other people. Okay. So what I would do is I would take this wristband, and anytime you feel that fear, one, I would read it. Okay. And two, it says, I create my lifestyle. And if you're not picking up the phone immediately and calling that person or asking for the phone number, boom, hit your hand and pick up the phone. Okay? Hit your hand and get out and pick up the phone. Another thing you can do, because this is something that we're going to share with our team. We're going to be doing this for the first time on Monday. If you have trouble getting on the phone, or if you have that fear, because I'm not just speaking to Stephanie who asked this question, speaking to everybody, because we can all get on the phone more. We can all pick up the phone more and actually call people. We all have people on our phones that we have money waiting on our phone, whether it's a customer or a distributor. There's money waiting on the phone. I was scrolling through my contacts yesterday and called a guy that I hadn't talked to in years. And all I did was just call to say hey and catch up to him and catch up with him, sorry. And he ended up inquiring about some information. He watched it. We got on the phone today. I set him up in a 3-way call, and we'll set him up getting started in the company in 3 weeks, or not 3 weeks, in a few days. Now, this is a person that usually I wouldn't have called. I just saw his name and I said, you know what? I just call. Just call. Just do it. Okay? What's some other advice that I could give you around just picking up the damn phone and calling people? Let's see. I haven't talked. Yeah, I mean, one, I had something on my mind. It'll probably come back to me later. So, man, I'm telling you, your life will change when you actually start picking up the phone and stop thinking about yourself. I think that's the most important thing, guys. Like, stop thinking about yourself. Stop showing up every day worried about you. Like, stop showing up every day worried about you. What are people going to think about me? Everything involves me. And, if it starts like that, how can we expect an ending that includes other people? If everything starts with me, how can I end this story with you? It don't work that way. It needs to start with me being able to help you. This is all about you. Hey, I'm calling you. You need me more than I need you. I'm calling to help you. You know what I mean? Like, we start living our lives that way and stop thinking in ways like, again, look in the mirror. The small you thinks about itself. It's only concerned about itself. But the big you, whether you see him on your shoulder, her on your shoulder or not, that person, that's the person that you need to start confiding in. There's people in your phone right now that are waiting for you to call them, waiting to give you money, waiting to join your team, waiting to get into your environment, waiting to get around your circle, but you're selfish. And if you're in this group, you are not a selfish person, so stop acting like it. And I pick up the phone and I never call with a motive. If there's one thing that may help you get out of your head is stop looking at that person as a dollar sign, as a motive. I typically call people and we just kick it for a second. especially if it's a person I know, like I'm just going to kick it and I'm just going to tell them what I got going on and what I'm working on and a little piece of my story. And it usually has them inquire about something that I've got going on. Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. Now, if it's a person of like a little high caliber and I want to appear busy, I'm right there. Hey, listen, I'm actually falling behind giving you a call. I'm actually falling behind right now giving you a call. But, you know, I actually came across something. I've been working on something pretty big. I don't even know if it's for you. Probably isn't for you. But I'd be a jerk if I didn't run this by you, man. Hey, just out of curiosity, would you be open to checking out what I'm actually working on? Okay. I'm actually running out the door, but I was just curious. I wanted to give you a shout before I got busy again. Just curious if you're open to just checking out what I got going on. Yeah. Well, what is it? Well, hey, listen, man, like I said, I'm right out the door. I can't really explain it right now. However, I do have a little bit of information. Going to pop it your way. Okay. You got 20 minutes this afternoon? Okay, cool. Check it out. Listen, let's set up a time that we can actually get together. Okay. And then we can see if it's a good fit for you or not. Okay. Is that cool? Sound good? All right, perfect. You watch that video, take 20 minutes out. We'll connect Friday. Okay, it's Thursday. We'll connect Friday, and we'll see what you like best about it. All right, gotta run, man. Cool. Don't overcomplicate it. But I mean, use what we just talked about. You know, don't make it about you. Make it about them. All right. Let's see. See, Tanya says, this morning I was excited to get on the phone for a change with a fence sitter and used what you have taught about how to find their pains. I do believe when we hung up, I left her thinking about a lot. However, I would like to hear again how you get people on the dang phone. I always say, what's a good time to jump on the phone call? Then I hear crickets. Yeah, typically, I usually just call people if it's in a message or messenger. I'm saying, hey, let's hop on the phone. And I'm never addicted to like that. I mean, if I hear crickets, oh well, you know. I'm never really addicted to hopping on the phone. You can say some things like, hey, I'm busy. I'm actually running out the door right now. Would love to finish this conversation. Here's my phone number. What's yours? So I know who's calling me. Okay. Little things like that can just, get you someone's phone number. Something like that helps. Karen says, I heard this song on the radio today and I thought of you. Remember the time we heard that song together and sang out loud? Are you talking to me, Karen? Do we do that? If I forgot, then I apologize. Did we sing on the phone together and have a moment? I think I remember this moment. I don't know, but I don't want to like not remember it and like be like, or like, oh, was that with someone else? I don't know. Was that with you and I? I don't know. I don't remember. All right, let's see. I have a page and a group. Is having both good? I like the page to create ads. What's the best way to invite people to a group page? So having both is fine. If you're out there and you're looking to build your audience and you're saying, hey, should I have a fan page or should I have a group? I think Facebook groups are probably the best utilized tool for growing an audience, engaging an audience, and getting that audience prepped to buy whatever you have. I think Facebook groups are the best way to do that. A fan page really does you nothing if you don't have a budget and you really and you're not ready to do what it takes to build a fan page. Most people just aren't there. They're not ready to actually go out and do what it takes on a day-to-day basis to build a fan page, because it takes money to build a fan page. Most people don't have the right mindset around money or running ads yet to actually do what it takes to build an audience on a fan page. So I would much rather build an audience I would much rather tell somebody to build an audience through a group, link your fan page to that group, and as you grow, you have your fan page, but you're not really necessarily, doing a lot with it. You can post to it once a week, as, little things like that, but I wouldn't spend a lot of time growing your audience with the fan page. You're better off growing an audience through a group. Now, for instance, like for Wes and I, we have a group that is called Live Clean and Lean, and it's all about promoting a healthy lifestyle. It kind of started out as helping entrepreneurs get healthy and share the importance of getting your health right will help you make more money in your business. I mean, it really does. I mean, there's no point in having a business if you're out of shape or you're not in good health, right? So that was kind of the whole purpose of the group. We can get people to that group that raise their hand for, a PDF or, if there's a certain result. So one thing that I would say, so let me, I'll write some notes on here for you guys. If you have a group, one, make sure that it's results based. Okay. That means when anyone comes in this group, they know the exact result they're going to get. Okay. So that means, hey, I just started this health group, and I've got some tips in there that if you follow, if you just join the group, I'm going to show you how to lose your first 5 pounds in 30 days without going to the gym. Okay. And I may have a little PDF regimen in there. I do a video once a week, and I share with you how I keep my weight down, and, I'm not even going to the gym yet. Right. So it's very results based. I know that I'm going to lose this 5 pounds if I go in this group. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. I may have something like maybe a PDF giveaway in that group. Okay. I'm going to do Facebook Lives in that group, right? I may do challenges. Challenges are great, especially if you're really just kind of starting out. So you could do, I'm kind of sticking to the health and wellness niche, but like maybe it's a makeup thing. Like maybe you're into like makeup, and you say, you know what, I'm going to do a 5-day, beauty makeover challenge, right? Where you focus on, for 4 days, you focus on just, some things that can clear your skin up from the inside out. You do some makeup tips, and, you could just call it like the 5-day feel good challenge, helping women feel better about themselves in less than 5 days. You know what I mean? Get your confidence back, kind of thing. The thing about a lot of this stuff, guys, is you just got to be creative. You've got to understand the strategy and the philosophy, and then just go out there and be creative and try things. Try things. Who cares if you go out there and you do this, challenge of, feel good in less than 5 days or something like that, and it flops? Oh, well, do the next one. Keep doing it. If you do a webinar and you go out there and say, I've never done a webinar before, and it flops, go out, okay, do another one. Keep doing things and keep making mistakes. Okay. That's some of the best advice that I can give you. But the cool thing about a group, guys, is you can promote your products more in a group than on a public page. So like we actually promote our products openly. Okay. We actually promote our products openly inside of our group, that free group that we have, because these are people that have raised their hands to a healthy lifestyle. They've raised their hands to certain products. So that's something that you have a little more freedom to do things like that when they've already raised their hand and say, hey, I'm open to that. Okay. The reason why you wouldn't want to do that publicly is because you don't know who has raised their hand and who hasn't raised their hand. Okay. So hopefully that helps. All right. So those are all the questions in the Q&A. Let me know if you guys have any questions for me before we're out of time. So hopefully if you got value out of that, let me know. Pop the word value in the comment section. Not sure what's going on with that screen over there though. Let's stop the video and see what happens. Let's see. And let me know if you guys, again, if you have any questions or if anything that we talked about, um, you know, helped you at all, let me know. Okay. So it's still doing that. And if what I would love for you to do is reach out to Stephanie, because Stephanie's been a trooper in just trying to get past her stuff and get on the phone with people and make phone calls. I'm telling you guys, reach out to her and just encourage her to make phone calls and just pick up the phone and call and just pick up the phone and just, just help her out, give her some encouragement. Cause that's kind of, we all need that sometimes. And it's just one of those things where once you pick up the phone and you realize that you didn't die, it's okay. Like you're calling with good intentions. Here's another tip. I knew it was going to come back to me. Okay. Pick up the phone as if you had no offer, no network marketing offer. The only value you have is you. Man, if you're still hanging on with me tonight, man, let me tell you, I'm glad it came back to me. Okay. Glad this came back. Pick up the phone and call people as if you had no offer. Text, but the only offer that you have, the only value that you offer someone is you. See, I know, because of the books I read, the events I go to, the people that I hang out with, and the thoughts that go through my head, I know that if I got on the phone with someone, I can offer extreme value just by the sheer fact of me being on the phone with them. Okay? And each and every one of you can too. You are in this group. You are a special breed of person. Rise up into that leadership. Rise up into that person and play that game. Make your phone calls and make your connections without this feeling of, oh, I have something in my back pocket. I've got something in my front pocket. Take your hand off the gun and just make a connection. And then usually what you'll see 9 times out of 10 is you'll be having a conversation. You'll be having a conversation with somebody and they'll bring up all this stuff that will literally make you put your hand in your front pocket and offer them something if they ask for it. I'm telling you, it works like magic. Pick up the phone and call people, text people with no intention of what you have. Talk to people as if you had no offer. Dude, I mean, man, I'm glad that came back. That's it. Yeah, the connection was acting up. I'm sorry. What is your opinion with cold messages? Should there be some sort of engagement on their walls before hopping on in their inbox to create a conversation? Not always. No. I mean, I cold message people. I mean, it can be better because, they can, they could get used to you. They could see your name. They get familiar with your name. So like what Emilio says is like, should I comment on some of their stuff for a while? Which is a good idea. Should I, share a couple things? Should they get used to seeing me before I hop in their inbox? It doesn't matter. Okay. I mean, I would go and I just look for things and I just say, hey, sometimes I'll say, hey, it looks like we've been friends for a while. We haven't connected yet. I love your post on this. Your kids are adorable. How long you've been married, I see you're doing this. Like, have you been there before? Whatever. I mean, again, I just create conversation because I can be another human being. I'm just going to look for things that I can connect with someone and be okay with being another human being that's talking to another human being, and I don't have an offer. The only time I have an offer is when somebody gives me a solution or a problem. Hallelujah. Can I spin around over here? The only time I have an offer is when somebody gives me a problem. Other than that, I'm just another human being, Clark Kent, that's working at the studio. Okay. But then when somebody gives me a problem, You feel me? Hopefully that's a good analogy. Hopefully that's a good analogy. You know, I'm just here to make friends. And then when my friends give me a problem, then I can take the cape off. You know, I can put the mask on, or whoever your favorite superhero is. You know? So good advice. All right, guys, I'm out of time. All righty. So we'll catch you guys on Tuesday for uh, the the coaching call on Tuesday. Should be a lot of fun. All right, my friends. And